It's Colorado's first line of duty death this year, and this morning we hope to learn more about the Golden police officer killed while responding to a crash last night.
Another officer was also hurt severely whenever a car crashed into them. 9 News reporter Brianna Fernandez is live outside of Golden Police Department with the latest on this investigation. Brianna?
Hey, good morning, guys. So it's a heartbreaking loss for that police department. Golden Police, the police chief, Joe Harvey, he says that this crash happened just before 5 yesterday afternoon, right at the intersection of Highway 58 and Washington Street. Take a listen to the moment that officers were responding to that crash.
I'm going to assume Highway 58 command. I have at least 2 vehicles involved. I'm going to need Highway 58 shut down at Washington. It's completely blocked. We're working on getting heavy extrication to the scene.
This deadly crash happened just before 5 yesterday afternoon, and according to Colorado State Patrol, 3 officers were working the crash. 1 was inside of the patrol car. 2 others were out of the car managing the site of the original crash. That's when a driver ran into them, trapping them both underneath the car involved in the crash when they were already investigating. 1 officer, a woman, was taken to the hospital with serious injuries, but she is expected to survive. That other officer was killed. Now, police are not sharing his name at the time at the family's request. Golden Police Chief Joe Harvey described the officer as an amazing person. The officer is survived by his wife, sister, and family.
The family all live out of state and they're on their way back. Internally, he's going to be survived by 71 members of his Golden family. Who love and care for him deeply. Obviously, this is a very difficult situation, and particularly for a city like Golden, but more broadly for the law enforcement family.
Now, as for the driver, that driver was arrested under suspected impairment. Now, we actually just got the latest information from Golden Police. I asked them if they're going to have a news conference here outside of the Golden Police Department, and I was just told that they won't be having a press conference. I also asked how that second officer is doing and was told that hopefully they can release more information later this afternoon. So, of course, we're going to keep you updated both on air, online, as well as 9 News Plus. For now, I'm live here in Golden. Brianna Fernandez for 9 News.
Brianna, thank you. Law enforcement agencies across the area are paying their respects online. The Clear Creek County Sheriff's Office wrote, "We are thinking of his family and friends and his Golden PD brothers and sisters in blue who are devastated by this tragedy." And Littleton Police wrote, "Our thoughts and prayers are with them as well as with the other officer injured as we stand united in grief and remembrance." We'll share more of these condolences coming up in our next half hour.
Former President Donald Trump, now President-elect Donald Trump, will return to the White House in 2025 after a win against Vice President Kamala Harris. Yesterday afternoon, Vice President Harris delivered a concession speech from her alma mater, Howard University, in front of hundreds of supporters that she acknowledged her election loss while vowing to continue to fight for reproductive rights and other issues that drove her campaign.
I do not concede the fight that fueled this campaign. The fight for freedom, for opportunity, for fairness, and the dignity of all people.
Today, President Biden will address the nation and deliver remarks from the Rose Garden.
The end of the race for Colorado's 3rd congressional district came late yesterday afternoon. Democrat Adam Frisch conceded the race to Republican Jeff Hurd. Frisch narrowly lost that same district to Congresswoman Lauren Boebert in 2022, a safely Republican district made competitive by Boebert's relative unpopularity.
New this morning, Aurora voters have chosen to end a years-old ban on certain types of pit bulls. Early returns for Measure 3A show about 53% of voters agreed to repeal the 20-year-old ban. 3 years ago, Aurora City Council made several types of pit bull breeds legal within city limits, but after a resident fought the legalization in court, a judge ruled in March that only voters could change the ban. Veterinarians say its approval is a win for both shelters and families.
We did have some issues with how we could adopt out animals. We had to check to see where the person lived before we could adopt out a pit bull. And again, it increased animals coming in. So it did affect us a lot. So we're so excited that the repeal went into effect. Like, it really is going to help us make sure that we can put the right animal with the right family, regardless of breed, which is excellent.
Most municipalities in Colorado allow pit bulls, but under this new ordinance, Aurora residents will now be able to own American Pit Bull Terriers, American Staffordshire Terriers, and Staffordshire Bull Terriers.
A state law raising the minimum age limit to buy a gun from 18 to 21 is now allowed to take effect. Democratic Governor Jared Polis signed the bill into law in spring of last year. The gun rights group Rocky Mountain Gun Owners sued, claiming it denies 18 to 20-year-olds their Second Amendment rights. Well, a judge temporarily put it on hold in August of last year. A federal appeals court overturned that injunction this week, sending it back to a lower court and allowing it to take effect for now.
And one thing to know about the weather, we are seeing light snow in Denver right now. Heaviest snow, Colorado Springs, I-70 on south. This snow will continue to push off to the north and west. I would expect maybe an inch or two of snow this morning. Most of that will be on colder surfaces like car tops, grass, and where the snow has already fallen, of course, so far. That said, we have a winter storm watch for a more significant snow event for tomorrow night, and Saturday morning. I'll have details on that for you. My full forecast in a couple minutes. Erica?